things started taking a change for like the first change, like everybody seen because it was colorful. Like the stuff that low lives wore, the polo. Polo became the symbol for us because, it had the material was like solid. So polo was like our brand because the material was solid. When people started seeing that, we stole these things because it was colorful. It costed some money. A lot of people wanted them type of, them IPs. So we would go and we would get those items and we would sell them to the hood for half price. Companies, they started, it, it started with Timberland first. Timberland said some real, like, Timberland made some real derogatory remarks about how they didn't make they steel boots or they boots for the ghetto. This is where things changed up for the corporations and their companies. Even though they know that their merchandise was being stole and sold in the hood for half price and we was rocking. Like I said, well, Timberland was the first one. People, the low lives ran into, the person that made Timberland. We stepped to them. We stepped to the people that made Timberlands like, yo, what's up? Y'all said some, like we was gonna really do something to them. So they got scared and they retracted their words. They went back into back into their little, when you do publicity, they went back into publicity, they apologized and everything about they boots and they said what they had to say. Just like when Tommy Hilfiger, he did the same thing. Oh, I ain't make my clothes for the ghetto. He got ran down on by us too. He took pictures with us. He changed his whole thing up. So this made people wanted to wear like the clothes. Fashionable, it was portable, it looked it good. The material back then was better than the quality of material that the people are buying now. If you go buy a teddy bear sweater right now for $2 and some change, it's not going to feel the way the old ones feel. Because the old one, the material was solid, like I said. The material today is not solid. It's really like, we just knitting this together and we just throwing it out there. We putting it on. And another thing, like I said, about the low life, there's a lot of things that people get the misconception of about us. Like, a lot of us was in the street and a lot of us was just boosting. So you have to separate the two, meaning the super trife low life and the regular low life. You have to separate them. I'm one of the super trife low life. I wasn't the flyest low life, but I was one of the super trife low life. And there's a lot of people that I brung out the house. I connected a lot of things in the street with the low life, the prospect troopers. Even though prospect knew a lot of low life, I was the one that was the glue to that situation where prospect troopers went rob a low life because they knew that that was my family. So they knew I would stick up for them and I would tell them, nah, dog, you can't rob my man. Even though the robbery was already in progress, if I happened to come on the scene, I would stop it, Other than that, like, that's basically my overall picture to the low lives right now. So people don't get the misconception of who did what, who was where in the low life. When it truly comes to low life, there is no leader. Okay, Vic met a girl and he talked to her. She gave him her number, whatever the case may be. As soon as he met her and he left her, he got caught talking to another girl by the same girl that just gave him his number, gave her his number, and she turned around and called him a lowlife. So that's how the name Lowlife was born. Other than that, it was just Ralphie Kid. So when the lowlife, when we took on that stigma and we started using that name, everybody started calling themselves Dan, like you had Dan Low, Rudy Low, Rack Low, AV Low, Claiborne Low, Low, Boost and Bill, or you could call him Shiesty Low, God bless the dead. You know, they just had something for him in Philly. Frankie Boo, which we call Frank Low. I forgot. He had I'm trying to remember his low life name, but I'll get to that when it come back to me. But yeah, like I was saying, like that's how the low life came about. That name came about. But other than that, to look at founding fathers, you have to look at people like Boost and Cav, Sharif from King. These are dudes from Kingsborough. G. George, Fritz. These are like founding fathers. Ralph Lowe, like these are the people you would have to look at. Boost and Bill, Frankie Boo as founding fathers. Now, as all these other dudes come along, I don't see them as no founding fathers, wasn't no leaders. You can't forget Buffalo. Let me not forget Buff, because Buff was like a founding father. Let me not forget Renardo. Renardo was like a founding father. I don't know where he's at now in life, but these are real life people that I really hung out with and really been around. I really know them, how they get down, what they was doing back in the days, and who was doing what and who wasn't doing nothing. Let me not forget my boy Dave Lowe. Shout out to Dave Lowe. Rest in peace to Mr. Raisin. Rest in peace to hold on. Man, this my boy too. God bless the dead from my block. Ninja. Rest in peace to Ninja. I can't really speak too much on Brownsville, right? But I know a lot of Brownsville low lives too. But I don't speak on them that much because, you know, we collaborated. We collaborated. We brought St. John's and Utica and Brownsville together. That's what made us even more bigger than what we were. And there's no disputing that. There's validity in that. And they know they can't stand in my face and say they didn't. Because my hands work very well, my gun game is good, and I walk around with no problem. I say what I say. If they don't like it, then let them come back and tell the truth. I never seen them before. Like, where was you at when we was in the trenches? Y'all buying this. We was stealing this. Like, we was taking it. Like, everywhere we went, we took. We didn't. We fought. So now you got all these dudes, they taking photo shots like, because they go buy a big flag or they go buy a teddy bear. We was actually getting the beats for these clothes. Like, wherever we went, you had these garments on, you had to fight for that. And if you didn't fight for that, you got robbed for whatever you had. Whether it was a Polo USA, Ski Man, Teddy Bear, whether it was the golf club, you name it, you got robbed for it. It's like that saying go, don't get what you can't hold down. If you can't hold it down, then you shouldn't have it. That's like going to buy a Rollie right now. You go in the store, you go buy a Rolex watch, iced out for like $60,000, $40,000 to $60,000. You on a block chilling. Here come the dudes that know you soft, that know you don't deserve that, so they pull up on you. You trying to hide it, they take it from you. They just took $40,000, $60,000 off your wrist. You ain't gonna do nothing about that, because you ain't a super trife lowlife. Now, if you a super trife lowlife, you ain't letting nobody take nothing from you. And that just stands on the table. And that's just how it is. There's no predicate move faking. If you live this life, you live this life. If you don't, and you're new to it, don't act like you're a lowlife that you're original. Because we didn't see you back then. I didn't see you on no meows. I didn't see you going up the back. I didn't see you wearing no girdles. I didn't see you spending the night in no stores. I didn't see you on no trips where we went out of town on no buses, where you snuck on a bus to go to Philly or upstate Albany. I didn't see you.